MLA formatting for your essay. This will be very similar to the paragraphs that we do, the weekly paragraphs, with just a couple additions. So your basic format is going to be double spaced, 12-point font, 12-point font, Times New Roman style font, and then 1-inch margins. We don't generally talk about the 1-inch margins because the great thing about Google Docs is that they are usually defaulted to 1-inch margins, but I'm going to show you how to make sure that it's correct. Okay, so the double spacing, as you know, and if you don't know by now, I hope you figure it out this time, that to get to double space, you go to this little symbol and click double. You got to make sure this says Times New Roman and make sure this says 12. It's defaulted to 11. Make sure you change it. Google Docs default to 1-inch, like I said, but just in case it doesn't, you can check and make sure by going to File on the Google Doc page, Page Setup, and then checking to see the top, bottom, left, right. This should all just say 1, so for 1-inch. And if it's not, then you can go ahead and change that. Okay, first page, left justified means everything aligns on the left side. You know this. So your full name, your instructor's name, your course, and then the date, the due date, which is April 20th, 2020. So I've already formatted the date for you. It's exactly how I want it to look. Come up with a creative title. Please don't title it Secret Life of Bees Character Analysis. Don't title it Lily. Think of some sort of creative title, something that draws me in, okay? Make sure that title is still 12-point font. I know you might want to get cute with it and make it bold or a cool font or really big. No, MLA is boring. I'm sorry I don't make the rules, but that is how it is. Okay, this is new. Your last name and the page number needs to go in the top right-hand corner. And then also make sure that your paragraphs are indented with the tab button, not the space bar. I can tell the difference. Space bar is not enough. Tab is the perfect amount. Okay, this is an example paragraph, just so you can see the setup. This should look, again, familiar to our weekly paragraphs. So first name, teacher, class, and then the date right there. This is the part that I'm going to show you in a moment, the last name part. And we've got the title centered, and then tab for that part. Oh, look at that. I've got all that stuff. Obviously, please do Miss Snowbrick. Please pay attention that it is Miss Snowbrick, not Mrs. I've corrected that several times on some people's paragraphs, and it still hasn't been fixed. Your class is going to be Advanced English 9, not reading. Advanced English 9. It's not a reading class. And then the date, which I already gave you in the earlier slide. Creative title, make sure that it is capitalized like a title. So the bigger words need to be capitalized, the little ones can stay small. Tab key, okay. Okay. The last name and the page number. Now this is tricky. This is not something we do very often. But the thing to remember is that you don't need a number sign, you don't need a comma, you don't need page, you don't need a period. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do that. You're going to add your name and page number by adding a header, which means you click Insert, Headers and Footers, align it to the right, go back and click Insert, and click Page Number. I'm going to just show you how to do that. So I have this just basic a study guide for the tests. Were we to have a test? Of course we can't now. But if I wanted to add a header to this Google Doc, I would go up here to Insert, and then Headers and Footers. I'm going to insert a header, and it makes this kind of space here. And now it defaults on the left. We want it on the right-hand side, so I'm going to go up to here and click Right Align. This is also a great button for doing your title. Some of you still have not centered your titles. When you're writing your title, just click this button and it will center automatically. Don't tab or space to the middle and guess. This will make it automatic. Okay, and then you have your last name. So your last name is Smith. Okay. It's not in the right font right now because this is not an MLA formatted document, so ignore that. But Smith, okay, and then a space, and then to insert a page number. This is important. You can't just put a 1 in there, okay? You have to go back to Insert and to Page Numbers. And so it gives you a bunch of options. The one that we want is this first one so that we have a number on the very first page. Okay, and then it's going to automatically put it in there, which is great. Now the good thing about this is that it will automatically number it for you depending on how many pages you have. So if I were, for example, to go onto a second page, it automatically says Smith 2. Okay, so you have to do it that way or it's not going to look right. Okay. So in the end, this is what it should look like. This is an example essay from online. This is not actually an essay about the secret life of bees, but this is theoretically what it should look like.